Being autistic can be lonely as fuck. Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Aspie world. My name is Dan, and I have autism and ADHD. I wanted to do this video. Like, I've done videos before on kind of loneliness, right? And what can I say? Hey, look, guys, it's good to be back. 2025. Oh my goodness, never thought we would get here, but we're here. It's crazy, right? And it's probably the most alone I've felt in a long time. And there are many reasons for this. Now, autistic individuals will feel lonely because of various things, right? There could be, lack of friendships, lack of social circles, because we find socializing, creating and maintaining friends difficult. But there are many other factors that come into it. And you only really feel that you're alone, or you know and recognize loneliness when it hits you in the face. Like, I get up in the morning, I'm alone. I make my breakfast, I'm alone. I go out for a run, I'm on my own. I work out, I'm on my own. I'm sitting in the office working, I'm on my own. And I only really think this when I sit down and analyze the situation that I'm in. I'm like, oh, I'm in my house all alone. I've been on my own all day. I've just been me sitting here in my house all alone. And I have family members. I have 2 children. I have a girlfriend. But my children only live with me 50% of the time. And my girlfriend only lives with me 50% of the time because she lives in Canada. And it's kind of like, and I just got back from Canada, and FYI, guys, Canada is awesome in the winter. Like, the snow is crazy. I'll try and put a picture here somewhere or a video here of me pushing snow. But it's really cool. Canada was great, and I really appreciate the time I had there. Guys, I wanted to interrupt this video to talk to you about an app I've been using and I really love, but I know that you'll like. It's called Headway. Now, Headway is an app that I think is perfect for people on the autism spectrum and ADHD, which is my neurospicy folk, when you're wanting to learn things and many things at once. Now, if you're like me and you have the same issue I have, I want to learn many things, but I don't want to kind of search through an entire book just for that one piece of information. I want to be able to digest that stuff quickly, easily, and when I want it right then and there. Headway makes it so much easier. When you're setting up, it asks you your preferences of what kind of things you want to learn, what kind of things you're interested in, where you want to improve your life, how you're currently feeling about things, all the things from money, finances, relationships, whatever it is that you are trying to learn. Headway makes that into a concise format that then puts it into like a homepage scenario where you can listen to something rather than read if you prefer listening. Like me, I'm dyslexic, right? It has that function. It allows me to listen to the pieces of information rather than just read them. But you can read them if you want to. I think this is a fantastic app. It's highly recommended for people on the autism spectrum who are desperate to learn things daily. Like me, I get depressed and annoyed if I can't learn things daily. So Headway makes it possible. So not only I think it's amazing, I have to actually thank them because they've made this amazing for me. It's giving information accessibility to the next level for neurodivergent individuals. Now, please check out the Headway app, and the link will be in the description down below. And I'll also leave a link in my bio so you can check it out there as well. Thanks, Headway. All right, let's get back to the video. But it's weird. Like, I'm spending time, it's like when my kids are here. My kids are in my house. I'm spending time with my kids. And then all of a sudden, they go and I'm alone. It hits you. It's like, wow, I'm on my own, And being alone sucks. It sucks more than anything, and how do you explain how you feel when you feel alone? It's kind of like you have all these things going on. You have many messages coming in on social media. You have many text messages. You have people who may phone you. You have, work to do. You have clients, and there's things that you converse with, but none of it makes you feel like you're less lonely. And it's a hard, weird expression to have. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And I don't want people to feel as alone as I do. Like, it's my mission this year to make autistic individuals feel less alone. Like, we have to do something about it. Like, there's no more. And like, I was in Canada and I was having a really good time seeing my girlfriend. It was in her house there in Canada, and I was working there, and we were going for dinner, and we did it. And it's really cool because you have all these things. You have somebody around you that loves and cares for you the whole time, and then you come home. Oh, you step off that plane and you're like, wow, it's just me now. It's just me on my own. Like, what am I going to do here? And so one of the things I was thinking about was like, how am I dealing with loneliness? Because sometimes I go through certain days when I don't feel that lonely. And I'm like, oh, okay. But how do I deal with it? And one of the things I realized I'm doing is I'm keeping myself busy with the things that bring me the most joy. Now, my work brings me lots of joy. Like, I love making videos for YouTube. I love doing all these things. And it's organizing those things and staying focused on them, that keeps me going. Now, how do I do this? I have notepads. I have so many notepads, right? And I know, guys, if you're like me and you have like 16 notepads on the go, you have like 18 to-do lists, I know it. I get it. I feel you. I'm you. I have ADHD, autism, dyslexia, you name it. We vibe, right? This is our tribe. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, tribe, because like we're all here. We're part of this family, right? And I'm going to talk a little bit more about how we're building this in a minute. Now, this is so unique and interesting that I find out that when I'm writing down my goals and my aspirations and my to-dos in this little book, or even just thoughts, anything into this little book, right? I feel less alone because I'm expressing myself through having those things down, written in a format I can see. I am using progression. I'm moving forward through space, because sometimes I get to this point where I sit in there in this like inertia abyss where I want to do all these things, and then I go, I have so many things to do, so many things I want to do, and I can't do a single one of them because I feel so lonely. I feel this pit of despair. All I want to do is curl up into a ball and go to sleep. And that's not going to help anybody, because we have to take responsibility and go, this is the thing I want to do in life. How am I going to do it? I want to move forward, and I want to do these things. Now, that's all well and good. And I do believe that, this helps with my focus and my attitude to maintain this kind of like steady kind of, okay, no, it's working. I'm moving forward through space. It's working. However, there's another side of it. I feel that when a problem shared is a problem halved, which is totally, absolutely 100% bang on the money. And if you have nobody to share your problems with, nobody to bounce those ideas back, then your problems are never halved. They're just accumulating all the time. It sucks. It sucks in a massive, massive way. So what do I want to do? How am I going to combat this? Well, my first step towards this, last year, I created the Autism Social Summit, and we did it in Toronto, Canada. It sold out, and it was an in-person live event where myself and some of my autistic fellow creators like Paige Lyle, Matt Reckelbaum, Alex, who's been on my channel a few times, we all did like a panel talk, and we all did kind of like small sessions, like keynote sessions, and it was really, really good. But the main effect was that all these people were there that we met in real time, real life. These were autistic adults, and we were all there together, just like vibing, and it was great. And I felt so much like this is my tribe. This is where I belong with these people. How do I transpose that? How do I keep it going? How do we get something like that all the time? How do we take like the community we have here online? How do we push it into? And by the way, this video is going to be on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and everywhere. And how do we do this? Well, I want to do something kind of ambiguous. I want to put us all into like one room and have weekly discussions. Now, I've done this in the past and it worked really, really well. I had a membership course, which was basically like, I started it during COVID when we paid a small fee every month, and we all kind of came together and we paid for the server and everything like that. And it was just absolutely amazing. And I'm going to do the same thing. I want to do it bigger and better than ever before. We're going to do this. The Aspie world, the autistic empire which we are needing to be together. Because what I want to do is offer you one-on-one solutions, be on a Zoom call with all of you guys, like be able to, you can ask me a question, I can ask you a question. We can hang out and give tips, we can talk, we can share ideas, talk about movies that we've seen, talk about autism resources, anything you want, just so that you feel less lonely, so I feel less lonely, so I can connect to you. There shouldn't be a wall between us, right? This camera doesn't really mean much. It shouldn't define what we're doing, right? It should just be that this is something that's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, if you're interested, I am going to charge a $27 fee per month to access the platform, right? And it just helps pay for the whole thing, because the platform is difficult to maintain, and so I'll need to have somebody maintain the platform and do it, right? But it allows us to be able to have this experience between us. And we're going to leave a link down below so you can register right now for this. If you're watching on Instagram or TikTok, the link is going to be in my bio, the link in bio section. And if you're also watching on Facebook, the link will be in the first comment of this video. Now, I'm really stoked about this. I want you guys to help me name it, right? Like, I'm nicknaming it the Autistic Empire, because that's what my Facebook group was called, but we need to name it, right? But I can only name it when I have you guys there, because I want to ask you guys, how do we name it? What do we talk about? What are our monthly topics going to be like? This is where we need to be. No longer are we going to be lonely. No longer are we going to have this garbage of like having to deal with being lonely and not having questions. And you know, I have so many people message me and I can never get back to those messages because I'm trying to do, you know, I need a consolidated time where I sit down and do these messages. Well, now's your chance. You can sit down with me in a group call on video, or not video if you don't want to. You can just have your microphone on, or just type into the chat box. We're all going to be in one place at one time, and it's going to be amazing. Each and every one of you, I love you, and I think you're amazing. This year is your year. It's our year. Let's take the world by storm. Let's build something amazing. I'm so stoked for this. Let's go. I'm so stoked. Let's go. Go down below. Click that join button. Join up right now. Sign up today. It's going to be amazing. Dudes, I'm so stoked. Okay. Peace.